Alright, we back at it, man. What's up? We back at it. Tapping with Mr. Level 10 show. Right here today. Heat Makerz, special guest, my brother Arsonist. You know how we getting it in. We talking that real hip hop shit. We talking that real legendary beat making, producing. We on that hip hop shit, man. Shouts to 979 The Plug. Oh yeah, we ready now. Internet ready now. We not playing. I told y'all, quick adjustment. We gonna get it right. This show must continue. It ain't no stopping this show. This shit we gonna get it right. We gonna get it right. Ain't no stopping this show. This must go down today.
Yeah.
All right, bro. We good now?
Yeah, we good, man. Now you HD. You HD now.
I bet. All right. So look, I'm gonna turn the comments off so we can just get that clear view, and then I'm gonna turn them on and off to see what the people talking about.
All good.
All right. So let's start this up right now. So again, for the people that don't know who I'm talking to right now, my special guest is a multi-platinum selling producer, a legend in this game. I grew up on him. I'm quite sure y'all grew up on him. Heat Makerz in the building. My brother Arsonist, thank you for tapping in with your boy. What's going on?
I'm good, my brother. Just working.
I already
Ain't
know.
much change. You know, I pretty much live in the studio anyway, so
Yeah,
I'm here.
I already know that. So let's get right to it, man. Where you originally from?
I was born in Jamaica, in Mandeville, Jamaica. You know what I mean? Not Kingston like everybody else, man. I'm actually from a spot.
You
From a
really
spot
you
most
really
people don't
2
know,
feet in.
but I'm from Mandeville. I came over here when I was about 3.5, about to turn 4, and I grew up in the Bronx.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So what was your like official introduction to music?
It was DJing, man. Like I think a friend of mine said he could DJ better than me, and I never used to DJ at the time. So I remember I went out and got some like 2 belt-driven turntables and a mixer, and I kind of got nice. And then I just got better than him, and I fell in love with music through DJing. Like one of the first spots I ever worked at was a restaurant that Manute Bol owned. It was in DC. Yeah, I was DJing at the spot in DC that Manute Bol owned. It was crazy.
Oh, that's lit. So I ain't even know that. I ain't even know you was DJing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard. You know I'm a DJ, so I
No, of
got love
course.
for all DJs.
I remember from the beginning of your career, man. I watched. You know what I mean? I pay attention.
Yeah. I already know. So when did you convert over to like making beats?
Well, I got kicked out of college at a certain point. I went to Howard University, got kicked out, and I came home and I had a baby on the way. I didn't know what to do. My homeboy up the block, Thriller, you know, we was childhood friends, but he bought an MPC and he was going out of town. I think he was going to, matter of fact, he was going to Trinidad for like a week. So he let me hold an MP. I taught myself, I made 2 beats, and I ended up selling those 2 beats to a guy by the name of Todd Terry, who paid me probably too much for those beats. And then and then he just believed in me and ended up buying me like $30,000 worth of equipment. So it was like it was God's plan, man, to be honest with you.
That's hot. That's hot. So like what is like your favorite thing about producing?
I think it's just being able to affect people's emotion. You know what I mean? It's kind of like in the same vein of DJing, but even the step before that. You know what I mean? It's like we have to make something for the DJs to vibe to, or for just the listener to vibe to. You know what I mean? Or the person going through the problem to vibe to. So we're at the beginning stages of that. So that's like a beautiful thing to me when you really break it down and think about it.
Okay. So I see you got crack music. What is that? Is that your label? Is that something you thought of?
No, that's the slogan. It's crack music. That's what I make. I feel like when people hear my music, they get addicted to the sound. Because I don't really believe in making a record sound a certain way. I believe in making a record feel a certain way. You understand? Like, music is about feelings. The reason that we could hear a song from 15 years ago and it put us back in a certain space is because of that feel. It's not because of the sound, it's because of the feel. So
correct.
I just like to bring feelings to life through music, man. Honestly, is what I like to do.
Okay.
Or try to do.
Okay, now. You're very good at it. Trust me, because y'all got hits. I'm talking about hits on top of hits on top of hits. We're going to get to the records in a second. Because I need to ask you some questions about these records now.
Let's do it.
So boom, you have something on your page called the 4-bar challenge.
Yeah.
Explain that to me.
Well, the 4-bar challenge was the one I had did a beat for. It was any MC that had four bars and thought he was nice. You do your 4 bars, and then we piece it together like a 16. And we were picking the hottest to put together as a 16, and we made teams, and it was my team versus Joel Ortiz's team. And that was the challenge we were doing. But the app is available to anybody to download it and they could do 4-bar challenges all day, every day. That's what the app is about.
Oh, that's how. Oh, it's an app.
Yeah, it's an app.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta tap in. See, I didn't know. I thought it was just something on IG. I'm like, okay.
Nah, it's an app. It's an app pretty much like for all the dudes that want to write out their lyrics in your comments and do shit like that. Yeah. They can download that app and just pretty much battle dudes all day long with 4 bars. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's hot. Yeah. So rappers, I know y'all in here. I know y'all listening. This is your opportunity right here to get heard, to tear shit up on the platform.
Yeah, $1,000,000%.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So now let's get to the making of these records now. So I wrote down a list of 8 records that I personally wanted to ask you about. And I already knew that you did these records already. But I had my own personal questions to ask you about each of these records. So I'm going to save the Dipset Anthem one. I know everybody asked you that. I'm going to save that one. Everybody asked you that one. Yeah. I'm going to start with Come Home With Me.
Yeah.
What type of zone was you in creating that music? What was the vibe like?
Come Home With Me was early, man. Come Home With Me was, I think, just me and Thriller at the time figuring out that we could actually make music. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have shit figured out. We never really sold a beat before. And I think it was just, we found our own pocket, man. It was like, we hit a certain point where it was like, we can't sound like anybody else. We don't want to sound like nobody else. And we used what we had. None of us played instruments. None of us did none of that. We just got nice on the MP, and that was kind of a result of that. Okay.
I'm ready. Well, you got a sample, right? Where's your sample that from? How did that? That's one of my favorite joints. That's
from Barbara Mason. It's a song called Yes, I'm Ready by Barbara Mason. But the crazy thing about that record is I went to the record store to go buy records like I normally do. Mm-hmm. And downtown, I think it was A1 record store downtown. And I got the record, and I remember I put the needle on at the turntable, and it fell right on that part. I'm ready. I sped it up, and I'm like, oh shit, this is crazy. And I took it home. I didn't buy another record. I drove straight home, made that beat in about 15 minutes, and I listened to that shit on repeat for 2 hours. By myself, in my mother's basement. Listened to that shit for 2 hours on repeat.
Just zoning.
Because I knew it was special. Like I wasn't even thinking about raps to it, because I didn't know Dipset at the time. Mm-hmm. I just made that beat, and I knew it was special. And that, ironically enough, that was the first beat Dipset ever rhymed on.
Okay, so that was your very first initial Dipset.
Yeah, but keep in mind, the first CD we gave him, it had 20 beats on there. Out of those 20 beats, 9 of them ended up on Diplomatic Immunity. Okay. So, but what I'm saying, the first record they ever put their words on was I'm Ready.
Oh shit! See, that's another gem right there. I'm quite sure people was like, oh, okay, that's what's up. All right, my next one. This is a sleeper. This is for my homies.
Oh yeah, I think I can't remember if it was Jim, Cam, or Joel's who asked me to do that, but one of them asked me to redo that record, because that was like one of the last records I did for that album. No matter of fact, Dipset Anthem was the last record I did for that album, but from my homies whose album was that on again? Was that on Joel's album?
Yeah, that was on
Joel's. Matter of fact, and Joel's asked me to do that record. And I did. That was the last record for that album.
Okay, Joel's is home. I know you feel good about that. That's a great feeling.
I can't wait. We're gonna make some, I know he's settling in with his family now, but we're gonna make some classics when he's ready. Because I'm ready.
I already know. All right, crunk music.
Well, honestly, I think they always say that I produce crunk music. I didn't do that record.
You didn't do that?
No.
That shit is on the list, bro.
No, I know. But
that shit is on the list. All right, let me scratch that off now.
Yeah.
Killer Cam.
Oh, that was Killer Cam was I was in the basement of my mother's crib. My man Opera Steve came through, and I knew Cam wanted a record with his name in there. So I'm like, yo, I said, yo, opera man, we gotta do some shit for Cam. And he started singing like some opera shit like killer, killer, killer. And I'm like, nah, we need like a vibe. And then he was making like fun of the fact that I was Jamaican. So he was like, yo, killer Cam, killer Cam. I said, yo, that's fire. He said, words. I said, he recorded that shit. I said, but we need something for the verses. And he just started doing some crazy shit. I said, yo, we put that shit together.
That's one of my favorite Cam records.
We did that shit in about 45 minutes, nigga, in a hot ass basement with a fan going. Damn, I remember that day.
That's lit. All right, 2 more joints I gotta ask you about. Oh yes. Speaking of Jewels, we gotta ask about Oh Yes.
Yeah, Oh Yes. I remember I bought that record from it was an old record store in City Island. This dude that was like 98 years old owned the shit. And I remember I put same thing. I listened to the record and the needle fell in that part. I sped it up and I'm like, nah, this is mean. I did that beat about 5 different times till one day I caught it. Because every time I did it, I'm like, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Till one day I was just, I forgot what was going on. I just started fucking with it and it just clicked. And I'm like, nah, this is it. Gave that to Jewels. He recorded that shit instantaneously. He was like, yo, that shit you gave me is crazy.
I already know. And then lastly, of course, the question everybody asks you, Dipset Anthem, man. That beat right there is so hard. Like, you can play that shit today, right now, no matter the time, you leaning. Everybody leaning.
That beat was almost in the trash, man. My cousin saved that beat.
For real?
Yeah, because I used to make like 5 beats a day. So that was like the 5th beat for the day. And I wasn't sure about my ears no more. I'm like, yo, am I bugging or is this shit crazy? So then right when I was about to hit the power button, my cousin walked in. He's like, yo, what was that shit you was playing? I played it for him. He was like, yo, that shit is crazy. And once he said that, I just kept it. And them niggas did that record probably about like a week later. That was the last record to make the Diplomatic Immunity album was Dipset Anthem.
Wow. And that record is like the forefront. That shit is out of here. Love that record.
It was God's plan, man. It was supposed to happen like that.
Love that record. So besides like, doing the hip hop thing, were there any other genres of music that you was introduced to, or you was just mainly on the hip hop side of things?
I mean, I grew up listening to reggae music. I personally, when I drive around, I don't even really drive around listening to hip hop like that. I drive around listening to shit like Sade and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Bob Marley, like that's what I drive around to. So for me, it's like I know all types of music. I just love making painful hip hop music and energetic hip hop music and just my own style of things. You know what I'm saying? I just try to put my own spin on things.
That's fire. That's fire, bro. So I'm gonna ask you a couple more questions, and then we can wrap this shit up, bro.
Let's do it.
So who was your favorite like group artist to work with?
I mean, that's kind of, I guess it would have to be Dipset, man. Like we've done so much work together that it's like I kind of know what they're gonna fuck with before I even send it to them.
Right.
I don't gotta guess. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So yeah, I'd have to say Dipset.
Okay. I kind of figured that. Y'all tied y'all hand.
Because think about it, it's been what, like 18 years, 19 years?
Sheesh.
It's a long time.
Yeah. It's a lot of hits, a lot of records sold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So boom. Now I want to ask you a question about Fred the Godson.
Yeah.
Because I think the first time, I probably met you way long ago when I was younger, but yeah. I remember I had an event for my DJ team called The Union. I think we rented out the front part of y'all studio. And I came there for my signing party. We all was there, the whole Union Power, everybody was there.
Yeah.
And in the back, we had a session going on, and Fred was back there.
Yeah.
Me and Fred are real cool. Like that's my homie right there. RP to the great Fred God. And I know that he works out of that studio, and y'all have a real relationship. Yeah. So I wanted to know, what was the relationship like with Fred the Godson in and out of the studio?
It was one and the same, man. Like Fred was like my brother. It wasn't really music. You understand? Like we just happened to make music in between the stories. Like somehow we made a bunch of music while just laughing all the time and bullshitting and making music in between. Like we just had that vibe, man. Like I can't describe it to you. It's like I've been around Fred for a lot of years, but for like the last 11 years strong. I'm talking about 5 times a week. You understand? So I can't describe it, man. He was my brother. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I wouldn't even cheapen it by saying he was an artist and he was my brother.
That's good. I already know. I already know, man. Again, rest in peace. Send love and blessings, Fred the Godson and the fam. So, what new projects are you working on right now?
Oh, I got we're gonna put out an El Capo Reloaded with like an extra 6 records. I got a project with Currency that we're gonna put out soon. Me and 38 Special doing a little 5-song EP together. I got a joint coming out on Ross's new album. What else, man? What else? Me and Macy Gray doing some new work together, which is crazy to say, but yeah, me and Macy Gray doing some work together.
That's hard body. That's hard
yeah,
body.
I know that
right
sounds
there.
crazy. And you know what's crazy? Somehow I landed the new theme music to the new season of American Ninja Warrior. I know that sounds crazy, but
yeah, that sounds crazy.
I'm really trying to jump into different things, man. Like I just think it's dope that I could even say that. Yeah. When I first started, I never thought like I'd say I had a record on TV or a song in a movie or like it's just bugged out to me. But I appreciate all of it, man. Like I've never looked at it like it was supposed to happen. All of it is a blessing for me. You understand? So it still bugs me out.
I already know it, bro. I'm happy for you, bro. You keep going, man. You've been doing this for years, man. Keep going.
Yeah, no, man. Appreciate it, my brother. You too, man.
Yeah, thank you, bro. So, what new artists would you like to work with if you have a chance?
Whoever's dope, man. You know what I mean? Like I got so much tunnel vision that I just hear what kind of gets like. If an artist gets big enough or he goes viral or whatever the case is, then I kind of hear about it.
Okay.
But for me, I don't know a lot of the new artists, man. To be honest with you, I know the artists I've worked with or I'm about to work with. It's just I got tunnel vision, man. Like when I work with somebody, I zone in on that and I work with them.
Yeah, I'm just like that too. What's your sign, bro? If you don't mind me asking, what's your sign?
Libra.
Oh, so I'm a Virgo. So it's like shit. Once my mind set on something,
it's tunnel vision, man.
That's where I'm at. You feel what I'm saying? All right, boom. 2 more questions, bro, and then we out of here, bro. Two more. I gotta ask these last 2.
Let's do it.
All right. Give me your top 5 producers all time. They don't have to be in order.
Oh, all time?
Yeah, all right. Give me your top 5.
Dr. Dre, RZA, Primo. I think you just have to put Pharrell in the mix. You have to.
Oh, yeah.
And I gotta top it over with the Godfather. I mean, you gotta say Quincy Jones.
Okay. That's a great list.
I mean, if we really talking about producers, like I watched a documentary on Quincy Jones the other day. Quincy Jones been around making music since the 50s. Like, and he still, you understand? Like he produced Thriller. Yeah. That's all I gotta say. I mean, he did Thriller.
Right. Like so, that's it. Like there's no other record. Thriller.
Yeah. Even if all he did was Thriller, he would be in the conversation.
That's a fact.
Oh, and he did way more than that. He did We Are the World. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like,
His catalog is a little different.
Yeah, it's different.
He's a little different. All right, last question, bro. Last question. If you had to do a versus, who would you want to go against? Who you see yourself?
Okay, let me keep it 100% honest, man. Because I don't like when people try to shake answers and say some other shit. So I'm gonna keep it 100% honest. A good versus with me, I think only hardcore fans could appreciate 20 rounds from me, right? But everybody can appreciate 10 rounds from me.
Right.
If they want to put me in there with somebody for 10 strong rounds, they could pick who they want to pick. I know I got 10. I know for a fact.
For sure.
You understand? Like, and when I say that, I mean like, and with all due respect to everybody, whether it's a Ninth Wonder, whether it's an Alchemist, it don't matter if it's 10 rounds, nigga. 10 rounds, you could pick the name out of the hat. I could go 10 rounds with whoever.
That's a fact. I agree.
So, again, if it's 20, I'm not going to sit here in front like 20. You got to be a Heat Makerz fan to appreciate the 20 records I'm going to play you.
Yeah.
But if it's 10, you just had to have a radio.
Yeah, true.
You understand?
That's a fact.
Yeah,
Talk your
so-
shit. That's it. Talk your shit. You heard us? So look, man, we gonna wrap this interview up, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you for your time. We
All
definitely
love,
gonna
my
link
brother.
up. Man, I'm gonna see you soon, bro. I really
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
you, my dog.
Appreciate it, my brother.
You know what it is, man. Appreciate you. You know what it is. That's my dog, Heat Makerz in the building. Oz, thank you so much. You know what it is. 979 The Plug Radio. Tapping with Mr. Level 10 each and every Wednesday, 8 p.m. right here, right now. Shouts to 7:30. Y'all know how we getting it in. Ursula, I see you. D Scott Management. Y'all know that. Mr. Level 10. And when I'm on this motherfucker, we on level 10. You heard me? And we outside. ATL Talk to me. We outside all night, all weekend long, too. If you local, we outside all weekend long. You heard? Let's get it in, man. Level 10 vibes.